Roger, we're just down here at this this bridge here. Can you just give us some background on this bridge and this structure?
Well, as you can see, it's a memorial to the Royal Australian Engineers.
Okay.
And they were very active in the First World War in the final 100 days of the war. And this is when the Australian battalions, at least divisions, were under the command of Lieutenant General John Monash, who was an engineer himself. So he knew how to use the engineers in warfare. And he did with his Australian troops. They did incredible things around from west to east along the Somme River, and they were pushing the enemy back. And because the Somme River is a river and there's tributaries and there's swamps, the engineers had to build bridges and improvise to get the movement that they needed for their rapid responses. So this is a memorial to them. The bridge is actually a Bailey Bridge, which is a military bridge that was perfected during the Second World War. It's like a Meccano set. You can carry bits in on your back and then assemble it under fire, and you can get transport across obstacles. In the First World War, they had the Inglis Bridge, which had a similar style, but the Bailey Bridge was better. But whenever the engineers are remembered all around the world, they choose a Bailey Bridge as their memorial.
Okay. So now we're currently in Amiens. Now, can you just explain us why it's called Amiens and the surrounding areas and what they're called and why?
Well, when the railway came through in 1920, they needed names for the railway stations, and there was quite a process that ended up naming them after French and Belgian battlefields of World War I. And Amiens, of course, was named after the Battle of Amiens. And also the Australians earlier had saved Amiens at the Battle of Villers-Bretonneux. So they're remembered, linked with the name Amiens in many ways. And the French in Amiens we have this friendship agreement with them. And this Bailey Bridge there's a sister bridge being built in Amiens in France at this very moment, and when the virus permits, we will have an opening of both bridges as a symbol of the bridges of friendship between Amiens in Australia and Amiens in France. Spelled the same way, but we pronounce it differently.
Okay. Now, Roger, thank you for your time today and giving us that information, and that's especially for the 3M class at Inala. Now, Roger, what is it that I say about history?
I've got no idea.
Be a part of it because it's important.
Okay, well, that's not bad.
Yeah. Thank you, Roger. Thank you for your time.